Glad you could make it. You are listening to the recording of our live broadcast. You can stay up to date on our schedule and catch us live by checking out the links in the description below. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com for more info. If you would like to support us further and get access to exclusive content, visit chaoticallybalanced.com/support and join our Substack. Now that we are done with that, it's time to start the adventure.
You two are in a spot of fucking trouble. That's for damn sure.
You could say that.
You could say that. Why don't you guys tell me what happened last time?
We were chased by the sheriffs or hound, can't remember which one it was, for the past few nights. We end up having to push our van to the next place, what was 2 miles out, if I'm correct?
Something like that. You could make it into town and then pushed it not 2 miles, but something like half a mile.
Yeah, we end up calling Big Al, who seems to be a abuser, or is really into watching horror movies on blast.
Yeah.
He spotted us some fuel just to get down to, I forget what it's called, club where most people are at this time of night. Where our plan was to make some money so we could have a safer, quote unquote, safer place to sleep and be able to pay for the fuel in the next time we see Big Al. From there, it went fairly well. We was able to make more money than we expected. We took a few fans back to the motel with us to party a little bit and have a snack. That did not go out as planned, as Jacob cannot resist the beast and proceeds to munch until they are dry.
Yeah.
It was
Messy.
It was messy. Robin ended up showing up, kind of drawing everyone out of the room to help deal with the body. But all that happened, Logan was slowly getting it on with, I forgot what their name was now.
Chris.
And from that, we kind of convinced them to all go home, and that Chad had a bit too much and was causing issues. And as they went off to hide the body, Jacob was convincing the others about nothing wrong was going on.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Robin and Logan had the rats eat the body. But it's after that Logan saw that Robin's third eye was bleeding, which she didn't know about. And with them at Hunger 5, caused a, how do we say, frenzy? Rampage? They tried to eat me.
Hunger frenzy.
And it's in that Jacob comes in and Princess Darthma and tries to and eventually gets her off me. Then it's only once she's kind of like out of the frenzy that Robin, in a bout of part desperation, part need to get the situation under wraps and controlled, in part because a deep part of her is fucking pissed that she almost got eaten. Stakes Logan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who thinks of this stuff?
I don't know. Not me. That's for damn sure. Well, as true as that all is, the two of you are about to face off, essentially, which is, I think, a good moment to see how you two met. I don't really know what you guys have planned for this, so I'm a little excited. Would you like me to set the scene, or do you want to set the scene?
Yeah, just setting the scene quick of the music store.
I can do that. Okay. So, we're talking maybe what? A few weeks ago that the two of you met for the first time back in Las Vegas. Now, we're not talking Las Vegas of like the 90s. We're talking Las Vegas of 2026. And Las Vegas has lost a little bit of its luster, but it's still no less grand for that. It's not what it used to be, but it's still magic. The video or the record store that we're at tonight is one of those nameless ones that you kind of find on the side streets down on Fremont. It's open 24 hours. You're surprised at how many people come in here at 2 o'clock in the morning looking for an Al Green record. It's rows and rows and rows of vinyls. There's a little to the back of the record store, a DJ booth with whoever's the DJ tonight. You know, you can see that they set a little sign at the top says on air. It's obviously soundproof and designed for the best possible acoustics. The lighting is fairly bright in the whole building. It's not crazy. It's not like, fluorescent store lights, but it's bright enough that all the things they want highlighted are clearly like on display there. You've got like Metallica on one wall, you've got Al Green on another. It's all over the place. It's a very eclectic shop when it comes to what's available. There's one middle-aged guy at the counter. He's in a Guns N' Roses shirt, blue jeans, and a pair of those biker boots, kicked up as he sits kind of leaned back, two legs on the chair. There might be a total of 6 people in here, including the two of you. Tell me what's going on.
Would you like to go first?
Sure. Flipping through some of the CDs is a woman with a cap on. She's kind of like has very scruffy hair. She kind of blends into the background, but she's very visibly like part of some kind of punk subculture. She has a bass guitar hanging off her back, and she's just flipping through just some of the and she just scrolls through them like she's looking at a good amount of Gorillaz albums, just trying to pick out something. And she just kind of sighs to herself as she it looks down at the prices, which are way more than she's used to.
Yeah. What are we looking for tonight, specifically?
right now she's looking for some music to play in her because vehicle's pretty old, but she's gotten in a CD player that she uses when on the road. She doesn't exactly like to ride without something to listen to, so she's just looking for something to pass the time.
I like it. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob is kind of browsing random vinyls, talking to a random person nearby about a niche band what started playing in one of the niche pubs for like a single act before it went into chaos. Not looking for anything particular in this moment.
Makes sense. As you two sort of peruse, a few more people come in and out of the store. She's very, very beautiful. Dark skinned woman comes in. She's got this kind of like free flowing afro and a look of like utter disdain for everything on her face. Like she doesn't want to be here, but has like deigned to do so. And with her comes a average height white man. He's got a Hawaiian shirt on. It's unbuttoned down the middle. Just, pecs and six pack all out. Pale as hell with a kind of a shit ass grin on his face. One of those nobody can stop me, but I like to pick a fight look. He's maybe a half step behind her, but they walk in tandem with another. She walks up to the DJ booth and she taps on the glass. Whoever it is like gives up a 1 second thing, and there's a few minutes of them talking before she ends up going in there with the gentleman that she's with. You two maybe find yourself in the same aisle looking at something. Let's call it 80s rock and roll. Take it away.
Yeah, Jacob is kind of looking over to see what is transpiring. Not saying anything right now. Just kind of observe body language to kind of get a better understanding.
Robin kind of like as they get closer, she kind of mutters under her breath, "What a snob!" As she continues like looking through, like occasionally like picking out like a motley crew or something, looking at the price, and then visibly squirming is, oh god, things are so expensive now.
Yeah, Jacob kind of sees you pick up the CD. Yeah, they've gone quite bad recently, haven't they?
Talk about it. Like $20 for this? Jesus Christ. You looking for something?
Kind of just perusing, see what there was, see if there's anything what was going to inspire me tonight, but alas, there was not.
What you into?
Bit of metal, some rock.
Oh, looks of it. These are more 80s stuff, but I mean, I'm more familiar with newer stuff. But if you want to take a look, I've got a few recommendations.
Oh yeah? What would you suggest then? As he's kind of gets a little bit closer to look over your shoulder, see what you're looking at.
Well, cough, cough. Give me a sec. I need to Google some things.
As you're thinking up recommendations, maybe if one of you happens to look up, you can see the beautiful woman in the DJ booth. Like, she takes a seat inside. The on air sign that's, it turns red when it's live is off. She's not arguing with whoever it is, but whoever it is like animatedly like trying to explain something to her. And she just kind of waves it off, like not interested in what they're saying. But it's the gentleman who gets in the person's face. And the person that was in the booth to begin with, she's maybe 25, 26, somewhere mid 20s area. She's got short, like spiky black hair. She's in like a t-shirt that's like chopped right underneath like her breast, so you can barely see underneath it, with this like leather knee-length skirt and those huge like uh calf-length boots that are like 3 or 4 inches off the ground. You can see whatever she's like upset about, obviously, like she's getting more and more distressed, and the woman doesn't even seem to kind of care about whatever it is.
What do you think is going on in there?
Some snob who thinks they know it all
Hmm.
would be my best guess.
Want to see if we can listen in?
I feel like you can read minds. And he'd give you a smirk.
She got kind of like smirks to herself, and then like motions with her head to go to the door to see if they can hear anything.
The room is soundproof, but you're kindred vampires. So you do have certain abilities that will allow you to maybe hear traces of their conversation. Robin, you have heightened senses, yes?
Yes.
Yes. It's muffled. Um, but what you can hear through whatever little cracks there are she's trying to explain that business has been slow and like she's desperate. She doesn't have the money to pay for like her studio time and or the building's maintenance fees and stuff like that. The woman in there is like, she doesn't care. She's just looking at her impassively with not a single emotion crossing her face. It's the guy who's like, you know, you can't pay, but tell you what, we've got other things you can do for us. And there's an argument where she's like, I don't get into that. I pay my fee, I pay my rent to you guys, and that's it, right? It doesn't have to be like that. And he just smiles, gives her like, it's a sad smile. And I'd like you both to give me wits and awareness.
Alright.
Difficulty 2.
3 successes.
3 successes. What about you, Robin?
3 successes.
3 successes. With 3 successes, each of you can, as he smiles at her, the smile is predatory. It's too wide, there's too many teeth, and you don't see the fangs, he doesn't pull them out, but you both have seen this kind of smile before. You both have it yourselves sometimes. If things get too hungry and you recognize what's what in there, as far as at least he is another kindred.
Hey guys, quick reminder to leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe to us. Thanks.
Do you want to continue to try to listen, or is this the point where you make your exit?
Jacob would kind of cough to get Robin's attention.
She doesn't move from her spot, but her eyes do move to him.
I just realised we never English. I never introduced myself. The name's Jacob. And he would then hold his hand out to shake.
Yeah, fuck it. Robin. She holds her hand out too. A little rough, like there's some calluses from using the guitar that's on her back, but she still shakes it a little. Though the handshake is a little awkward, as if she doesn't do this often.
Fair enough. You two shake hands, and there's no roll necessary here. There's no warmth in the shake, right? There's none of the normal feelings of, maybe clammy or greasy palms or the touch of human skin on another. You're two corpses shaking hands, and you both can recognize what the other is. Fortuitous. What do you guys do from there? Now that you recognize the other, what happens?
Well then, that wasn't something I was expecting tonight.
Mm. As she feels it, her eyes turn. She lowers her head a bit, so her hat hides most of her expression, but you can kind of tell that it turns into a glare of, "What are you here for?"
I merely live here. I frequent this place. As extortion. Hang on.
Sorry, can you say that? Oh,
Sorry about that.
yeah, no problem. Can you? Sorry, can you just say that again?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I merely live here. I frequent the old music shop to see what they've got. This place seems to be raising their prices, it feels like every day.
Hmm. Her head tightens a little bit, so you can see a bit more of her expression, but she's still very wary of you. I'm just here to visit, nothing more.
Well, if you're just here to visit, there's going to be a concert next night if you'd like to come join. It's a small band, but they're slowly growing at the pub nearby.
She kind of blinks for a second. Oh, um, hmm, uh, sure. She just
As you,
Apologies once
no,
again.
it's all
it's no
good.
problem. Rowan just very much wasn't expecting this kind of response.
Yeah, Jacob's orderly, welcoming, and friendly.
You know what? Sure. What time?
If I'm correct, he quickly goes onto his phone, looks at his calendar to make sure he says the correct date. Starts near midnight, 1 a.m. ish.
Hmm. Uh, but yeah, sure. Might be there a little late, but I'll come. Fine. She's kind she takes a minute to take him in because this is not the kind of she isn't exactly used to people being open and friendly with her, but she still appreciates it. So she's like, yeah, fine.
Obviously, not going to force your hand if you do not want to. But
No, I just don't go out that often.
it's fun. You should try it on the occasion. You meet a bunch of different people. Some of the interesting variety, but most are quite pleasant.
That's what I'd prefer to avoid. She kind of mutters under her breath.
As you two are kind of chit chatting in this initial greeting, that because you're still kind of facing the door, listening in as close as you can, there's the definitive sound of the cracking of bones as the white man in the open shirt uh, hits just closed fist the woman who was at the DJ booth. You can hear the crunching of her jaw, and he leans down after he drops her to the ground and lifts her up with one hand. And again, with your heightened senses, you can hear him say, "I don't want to have to rip out your fangs." He gestures to the beautiful woman and like sitting over to the side. But boss says business is business. So look, if I have to come back here, you know what it's going to be, right? This is a warning shot. We're going to call it that. Tomorrow night, we'll be back, or I'll be back. We're here to collect. Got it? There's a like you can hear her try to talk, but clearly her whole jaw is like crushed and broken, and there's just like a head shake. He kind of like drops her down. He looks over. You ready, boss? And she's like, Dalton, that's totally uncalled for. But she smiles at him, gets up, and they're coming towards you. But they see you there looking. She opens the door, and it's the two of you and the two of them. And she looks you square in the face and goes, I hope you didn't see all that just now, did you?
See what?
I like that answer. Quite a bit, actually. She looks at you, Jacob. Did you happen to see anything?
I think of a note. It's the typical music store. People aren't the most friendly. So about a 9.
I like it. Quite a bit. I don't want you all to have, and she thumbs over at him, any problems. She looks you up and down again, Robin, sees you've got a guitar in your back. But for my inconvenience, clearly you can play, yes?
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't know me, so I'll introduce myself. My name is Swan, and all of this, she gestures around, not just the store, obviously, but everything you can see is mine. Not just mine. We have let's call it a coalition, but it's all mine. And I'm looking for, let's call it a new sound to hit this city. So I would appreciate it if maybe at some point in the next night or two that you guys come and I assume you're together, you play together, or whatever. I don't care. You'll figure it out. Play for us. Dalton here will give you the details. She looks at him. I'll be in the car. And just walks off. He steps up and looks at the two of you. Unfortunate for you two. Sucks.
Look at me. She kind of like checks her pockets to see if she has any cigarettes left in her box. There isn't any, so she just groans to herself.
Jacob reaches into his jacket and pulls one out, gives it a tap.
Thanks. I don't knowing these types, I don't think that sounds like a choice.
It's not. He says, it's totally not a choice. I wish it was, but it's not, honestly.
Oh, know what I was expecting for tonight?
I'm sure it wasn't this. He kind of laughs at you. Wrong place, wrong time?
Wrong place,
Yeah.
wrong time.
Tell you to what? He he starts tapping his pockets. What the fuck? Oh yeah, and he pulls out his phone out of his back pocket. He opens it up. He starts like, which one the fuck is it? Okay, here. Ready? You got a phone, pen, something? Ready to take it down?
Yeah.
She takes out her phone. It's kind of like cracked, but it still works.
Nice. He gives you an address. Meet me there in about shit. I gotta drop her off, and then I gotta go beat this other guy up. Give me like 3 hours. Let's meet up. I'll hear what what your sounds like. If it sounds good, then I'll let her know what's what. I'll put you in front of her. She'll approve it. If you guys sound like shit, then well, don't sound like shit. It's the best I got for you.
Fine, but don't expect me to stay long. I'm not planning on staying here forever.
Probably a good idea, honestly. I mean, you know, you don't want to get caught up in everything we got going on. That's for damn sure. But debt owed is a debt paid, right? See you
She
guys in
doesn't
a couple hours.
respond. She just kind of like sparks up the cigarette.
Not in here. Take it outside. Either way,
Mm,
either way. See you guys in a couple hours. I gotta go drop her off before she has a fit. I'm out. And he taps you on the shoulder, Jacob, as he leaves. You see him walk out the front, and just outside is this black '69 Charger with the white racing stripe down the middle, and the supercharger coming out the hood. He gets in, he turns the car on, and several cars in like the nearby vicinity, like their alarms go off as the engine just roars to life, and you can almost feel it as he throws it into gear and steps on the gas, like the windows start to rattle as he takes off.
damn bougies.
For fuck's sake.
It's my rotten luck. She kind of like motions to him and goes, "Want to head out? I need the fucking cig."
Likewise. I was not expecting to get dragged into shit I was not prepared for or involved in. We better get paid for this at least.
Oh, we better fucking. I just wanted to pick up some nice CDs, head out of town, leave this place forever. And now we're here. It kind of clicks her tongue.
Depending how it all goes, one CD on me.
You know what? I'll take you up on that. Better hope you don't regret it and I pick out a $50 one. She kind of smirks to herself.
Exaggerated gasp. Oh, I'd be so wounded.
Yeah. I gotta park my van not too far from here if you wanna.
I just need to quickly grab my guitar, then sure.
Right. She kind of just like leans her back against the back of the shop and then just finishes up her cigarette. She's obviously as a kindred, it doesn't do much for her, but it's old habits, and doing this at least gives her something to do.
I'll be back in 15.
15? I She just kind of like tips her hat at him.
Yeah, Jacob would give a quick wave before he would head off.
As you go and get your guitar from wherever you stashed it, what is Jacob's thoughts as he walks over? He's met this new kindred, and he's found himself unnecessarily caught up in, once again, someone else's bullshit.
It is more of the feeling of he sees it more as a hassle slash a pain in the ass. He's used to dealing with Salone and Logan's bullshittery from the time, but other random kindreds when he was just trying to be polite to someone. Not something he's really wanting to deal with. But after witnessing that show, kind of knows he does not really have a chance to back out. So he's kind of begrudgingly going to do all this.
Begrudgingly is fair. Very fair. Where did you stash your guitar? You know what? I won't put that kind of pressure on you. You go to get it. Or unless you have it.
He lives in the city at this point in time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So yeah, he would go back to his residency and he's kind of left it on his bed inside the case. Well, he's had for a few years. Stickers can kind of just about able to tell what band it is mentioning or referring to.
Yeah. You get to your place. Logan isn't here. God knows where she is. But all her shit's here though. So she's probably out getting into some kind of fucking trouble.
Most likely. Typical of Logan. No second thought behind it.
You just grab your stuff and head back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Robin, I assume you go outside and to your van and light your cigarette?
Yeah. Okay, she stops in her van a bit to clean it up, hide a few of her less favorable items that would scare someone off, and then just keeping it tidy.
Keeping it tidy. What's Robin going through in the moment?
Despite her very nonchalant seeming attitude on the surface, internally is well, it's a very different story. In her mind, she's kind of like, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god! I just had to get involved with this. I just had to get involved with this. Oh god! I just wanted to hop down. I just wanted to fucking hop down. You know, casual.
Casual internal meltdown.
Yeah,
I feel that quite a bit. As you're getting ready or fixing up your van, putting the less savory things away, Jacob rejoins you.
she kind of hops out of her van, leaning on it as she sees him in the distance, kind of giving me a small wave.
Wave back. Apologies for the wait.
It's no problem. Gave me time to clean up a bit. And she opens its back. It's definitely like seen its fair few of adventures, so to say. There's a good amount of scratches, some remnants of someone keying it once upon a time. Uh, but despite that, it's very clear that it's very well loved.
It looks better than other places I've been.
Mm, it's all right. She kind of opens the back wide as she motions him to check it out. It's it's definitely lived in, so to say. Part of it was like definitely looks like where she'd sleep, which is more of a glorified nest of blankets and like dirty pillows. There's a few like guitar maintenance items scattered about, and honestly a lot less than you'd expect.
is cared for. That's the main bit.
Yeah. Seen her fair few times and journeys, but she does the trick. She kind of looks proud at that.
Everything has a story, and this one has a long one.
What kind of guitar you got? She kind of like tilts her head to the side.
Yeah, he would place down the case and open it. The base of the guitar is a nice green, not not sore on the eyes, but it's pleasant to look at with like a white panel. And the brand would be on. It would be visible. I'm now having to suddenly search up guitar brands because I've not done it at all.
Cough,
You think
cough.
of
Go for the Stratocaster. Go for the Stratocaster.
oh, there is Stratocaster on the sides.
Ooh, nice one. Yeah, she kind of isn't that fancy, but she kind of slings it off her own base off her shoulder. There's a good amount of stickers on it from bands you don't recognize. Must be like very underground local bands from places she's visited. But I love her. I it's my main hobby, so to say. She kind of snickers to herself.
Hey, you there. Stop. We think you forgot to like and subscribe. Now you get put in dice jail. Just kidding. But if you are enjoying the show, share it with your friends. Subscribing, liking, and reviewing also helps bring others to our doorstep. You can also head over to chaoticallybalanced.com/support linked in the description below and get access to our exclusive Substack content. Now that that's cleared up, let's get back to the adventure.
Everyone needs a hobby. But if we're being dragged into shit was not own, we should at least get a bit of practice in.
Oh yeah. Considering the way those looked, I want to mess up in front of some kind of big shot. She kind of groans to herself.
I'd probably call them more of a snobby cunt, but either way,
That's the word
Like
for it.
you.
you're quite pleasant yourself.
Hmm.
So, the two of you want to get a little bit of practice in, or at least feel each other's sound out. Are you headed back to Jacob's place to do that?
I don't think he would offer that because of, hey, this is activity where I live, less people knowing, the better.
So, do you have a little place, I should say, where, or a couple of them, maybe little they call it underground spots, with decent acoustics that you can maybe break into for the evening, or that you have broken into to, get some practice in with Logan. And you've been with Logan quite a long time now, but obviously Swan's a bigwig, and not pissing her off is ideal. Maybe take Robin to one of those, or what do you have in mind?
Yeah, I imagine Jacob and Logan. Jacob kind of pays to rent out a small set for people to practice at. Whereas quite solitary, it's just you, no one else, soundproof rules. But it's somewhere you won't be interrupted.
Fancy.
Fancy's a strong word.
Anything's fancier than the back of a beat up van.
Yeah, if you come at that aspect, I suppose so.
Hmm.
But I suppose, shall we practice a little bit?
Yeah. She kind of like takes another deep breath before looking around to see if there's any like amps around.
Yeah, there would be anything needed here.
She just plugs up and strums a bit and flexes her fingers.
And so the place you get to before that part happens is it's not too far from where you live. Because obviously, Jacob, you're not trying to travel across the city. You do as little moving around as possible. You know this place is dangerous, and for a variety of reasons. Not only those older vampires who you know exist on the strip, but outside of it, the barons that live there or run the show outside of the strip that are equally dangerous. It's where you go is maybe 5 minutes from your house. It's a little it's an old recording studio. There's a little bit of business that still goes here through the day, but you've arranged something with one of the owners who allows you to do your stuff at night. You don't pay anything too hefty, a modest little fee for what gigs you've managed to pull together with Logan. It's an expense, kind of cuts into your pocket, but it's a necessary one.
Yeah.
Need a place to practice. And as you guys come in again, it's get the recording studio. So you enter into one of the booths, you can, plug up your amp, the mic's there as you two kind of get settled in to start seeing if you can match up a sound. Talk to me. Tell me how this goes.
I'd, I'd say for at least like the first hour and a half, it's just figuring out the vibe of each other, what our strong suits are,
Right.
and then kind of from there, just messing about a little bit with different tunes.
Yeah.
See what kind of starts to flow together.
Robin's sound is very thick and very much takes influence from a lot of like post-punk or those kind of music.
Yeah, Jacobs is a mixture of metal and rock. It all kind of flows together in a smooth sense.
Mhm. She she does it does take her a minute to get used to playing a bit faster and harder than she's used to, but she adapts pretty well.
Yeah, you two are skilled in your own respective instruments. I won't ask for anything here. But something's missing from the two of you playing, right? As you're trying to get used to each other's feel sound. Jacob, you know what it is because Logan's always been there with you. She's always kept kept the tempo, kept the beat. She's your drummer. But Robin has no idea of that, right? It's just the two of you. Maybe you play solo. You haven't explained anything to her, and maybe now's not the time to let some random kindred that you're caught up in a situation with about your partner. It's not a terrible sound, obviously. You guys sound as good as you can, but obviously it's not it's not what it could be.
It's hard to play a band with just the bass and guitar.
It is. It is. And you're well versed enough to know that something's missing. Not just from this band, but even Jacob's pacing. Something's not there. It it can click. There's points where it sounds good, but obviously something's out of step. Something's keeping you guys from locking in the way you want to. But you spend time doing it, trying to get used to the tempo and everything else.
Yo, let's take a quick break. Yeah? She kind of She kind of scratches the back of her neck.
Yeah, bricks are going to help. It will let us figure a bit more
Mhm.
out.
She's kind of quiet for a minute, trying to figure out a good way to approach the subject. I mean, she can very evidently tell that there's something missing. So she kind of just like just puts her guitar down and rolls her neck. So, what brings you to Vegas? Well, obviously you live here, duh, but like still, you know what I mean.
I've I've been here for my entire life. I've kind of just known this bit of the area the most. So I thought, why not just stay? I had a solid life before gestures to around all this, but I now make do with what I have.
Mm. Yeah, I can get that. You doing it with anyone else?
In which way? You could be meaning a few.
Surviving, making do, whatever. I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's two others. One of them is someone I practice a lot with. They are a drummer.
Ah,
So I
guess
do
what?
apologize. I apologize if my pace is a bit
No,
off.
no, it's fine. But I get it. It's hard to play with just a bassist and guitarist.
Yeah, but we've got to make it. There's not exactly much options we have.
Yeah. But you mentioned that one, but what about the other?
He kind of gives like an awkward little shrug, like he's trying to avoid that topic, such conversation.
We all got our shit to deal with. I get it. She decides not to press.
Yeah, everyone has stuff they don't want coming out or want to think about at all.
Talk about it. She kind of like looks to the side as that kind of phrasing definitely rings home for her.
As you two were kind of communicating with one another, maybe just getting a better feel of each other. Jacob, you're clearly evasive about something. And Robin, do you offer up more about yourself?
She kind of like, after a minute of like this kind of awkward silence, she kind of like internally groans. Because she doesn't want this kind of like ten tension to carry into the gig. I mean, me on the I get it. Don't worry, I get it. I wouldn't say I'm on the run, but I'm just wandering right now. Things are always tough, but I don't know. I'm just kind of like looking for something to spark an interest, I guess.
That would explain moving city to city, but hopefully playing a band might. Well, playing music with someone might be the solution.
Maybe. But I won't count. I won't put all my eggs into one basket, you know?
Yeah, especially if you're not staying here.
Yeah. She kind of sighs herself, checking on the time, how close it is until that guy comes.
You've got to go meet him. And you got about 30, 35 minutes before you got to get there. It should take you about 15 minutes to get there. Where he sent you is on the strip. Um, it's not one of the casinos, but again, it seems to be another recording studio, but way more upscale than the one you're in.
She kind of like groans to herself, like, ugh, I have to deal with. Looks like time's running out. You doing good?
Yeah, I'll be fine. What about yourself?
Best as I can in this shit situation. She kind of like snorts to herself. And with that, she kind of like gets ready her outfit. Like before she was wearing like some comfy sneakers. She like reaches in. She like grabs a bag when she was in her van and like takes out some extremely chunky combat boots with like steel toes and like unzips her jacket a bit to reveal a kind of like punkish bralette, like making herself like fit the aesthetic.
Yeah, Jacob has not changed from the previous incidents of this night. Like, Jacket has been quickly patched up, it seems like. Something's obvious, but in an orderly sense. A shirt that fits his physique, baggy trousers with belt holding up, chains from one pocket downwards. Well, let's make the best of this shit show, shall we?
Yeah. Let's get ready to please these bougie cunts. She kind of laughs. With like a roll up her neck, she starts to make her way out.
Yeah, Jacob would follow behind.
Yeah. As you two head out towards your destination, we're gonna take a quick pivot in perspective. Somewhere in the strip, maybe we'll call it one of the casinos. I don't know which. In a boardroom somewhere or a side office sit three kindred. The the two of you met earlier, Swan and Dalton, whose names I don't think I gave you, and another very beautiful kindred. Dalton explains to them that, or Swan is explaining to the new kindred that shows up, this very beautiful one, that she bumped into two kindred who happened to see something that she's not happy that they saw. And as penance for their transgressions, she wants to assess whether or not they're good enough to play at one of the casinos, maybe drum up some money for for the strip itself. Dalton looks nonchalant about it. She tells the other kindred that Dalton's going, which obviously intrigues that beautiful one, as the two of them, leaving Swan to her own devices, head back into Dalton's 69 Charger and also make their way to where you two are going. Back to the two of you. You make it. You've got about 5 minutes to spare, or maybe 10 minutes to spare. The place you're at, it's called G's Records. It's got a little golden vinyl on the front. It says it's closed, but there are people coming in and out. Not like lots of them, but you've seen as you've kind of pulled up, maybe two people come in and somebody else go out, and they seem to be. They have that look of like rappers, where they've got like heavy diamond chains on, and they're with a crew smoking. It's a thing. Everybody's with their like respective people. And just outside, leaning on his car, with another individual who is probably laying on the hood, smoking her own goddamn whatever, is the individual you met earlier. He sees the two of you and kind of gives you like the two-finger like salute, like, nice to see you.
Robin just stomps out her cigarette and is a nod.
Jacob gives a wave. Let's get this over with, shall we?
Whoa, 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 whoa. No rush, no rush. It's nice to see you too. I mean, we're about on time. But may I make unnecessary introductions? And he gestures to the very beautiful woman on the hood. This is this is my my well, my boss's friends, but boss kind of boss. It's a thing. It's complicated. Don't worry your heads about it. However, you met Swan. This is her partner. Now that coalition she was talking about, this is one of them. And introduce yourself.
Okay. Calypso is, as Thomas has said like 3 or 4 times, a very beautiful woman. She has this dark brown hair that's usually typically kind of unstyled. But even though she doesn't do a lot with her appearance, she does have that kind of natural beauty about her. Right now, she's probably wearing like a very little clothing on the top half. Maybe it's like a bikini top at most, with like I imagine like a little, I don't know if like those like sheer skirts that you get where you don't just want to be walking around in a bikini bottom, with like fucking stumpy knee-high boots, that kind of thing. But her most notable appearance is in typical stereotypical vampire fashion, a pair of round sunglasses. And she is taking drags out of a red-colored cigarette that exhales a red-colored smoke with each time she does. She's just like looking at the two of these punky roadside roadkill, whatever the hell they look like. I've seen the images, and I mean, they look fine in the same way that a storm drain looks fine.
Wow.
Fucking crazy.
Yikes.
Hey guys, quick reminder to leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe to us. Thanks.
Dalton, as he gestures to her, and you see her, that is Calypso. She's a lot. Don't. She's
Fuck
here to
you.
help me. Yeah, my bad. We're here to make sure you two don't embarrass yourselves in front of Swan, because frankly, she'll have me kill you or eat you or throw you in a pit somewhere, and nobody wants that, right? I don't want to do it. You don't want to have it happen to you, and Calypso doesn't want to have to spend time watching me rip you guys to pieces. So we're going to go in together, hear what you guys got. We'll make a decision and bring it to Swan, and everybody goes their happy ways. You guys will sound good, and we'll play. You guys will play tomorrow, rock the house, make us a little bit of money, and your debts are cleared. What do you think? Sound like a plan? I like the plan.
Not like we have much of a choice here.
That's true. I
Wouldn't you?
like how you think. At least you know what's what, and I don't got to spend time like, overtly threatening you. And he like puffs his chest up really big. Keep it on the level.
Can we at least get paid for this?
Can you at least get paid? He looks at Calypso. Can they get paid?
Depends how the performance goes.
Depends on how the performance is. See, that's why I bring him along. I don't have to think about it. I just do the punchy. You know what I mean?
Dalton doesn't do
Robin
much
just-
thinking.
Robin
I
just
don't-
like says great, and her just eye twitches. Like knowing she can't say shit about this right now, but like,
Come on, let's head in.
Tell you what,
Eh,
nice guitar. I'll give you a nice crisp hundo if you smash it on stage.
yikes.
guitars cost more than that.
I was gonna say you'd be having to drive a hard
Besides the
car.
point. All right, no hundo for you. She tucks it back into her cleavage, whatever. I don't know.
Dalton just kind of shakes his head. I told you guys, don't. She's nuts. And leads you all in. He takes you through. There's several like recording studios in this place. There's golden plaques all over the walls, platinum albums, all the good stuff that you can see. And he leads you down through the halls into a basement where there's another set of recording studios. He taps the first one in here. The door opens, or he pulls the door open and gestures you all in, stands aside for Calypso to go first, and the two of you to follow as he follows behind you and closes the door. Points to the soundproof, or not soundproof room, or the yes, I guess soundproof is the right word I want. Is the room that's designed for music. Your acoustics are going to be the best in there. You two in there, we'll be out here listening and see what it sounds like. We'll make a judgment once you're done. Yeah?
Again, we don't have much of an option. Let's just get this over with.
Robin just kind of like gives Jacob the most exhausted look ever before like shaking her head and going back to looking relatively fine with the situation.
Honestly, as you two go in and he holds the door for you, most people, or us, are slow on the upkeep, right? It always takes a few, taps on the jaw or, a limb getting torn off for them to get the point, right? You're fucked. As long as you do good, you're less fucked. So good luck. And he closes the door behind you and goes into the other side. It's got, you can see the glass, but you can see them. They can see you, but he presses a little button on the recording table and it blacks out. So you can no longer see them. And on this side where he is, Calypso, he looks at you and he goes, they're going to die. You know that, right?
Why are we postponing this? This just seems like a waste of time.
Well, Swan likes to tag all the bells and whistles, make sure that, maybe they are good, but I doubt it.
Ugh. Whatever.
I agree.
Do you like my new boots?
Have any what?
Do you like my new boots?
I love your boots, actually.
If I get blood on these boots, I'm going to kill you.
Ugh, fuck. Shit. Yeah, all right. No blood on the boots. I feel that. I want a pair for myself though, or that girl that I like to go and bang every once in a while. Anyway, and he presses a button. You two hear through like the 2A thing. You two ready for this?
Yeah.
Excellent. And you hear him right before he lifts off thing is they're super dead, and he lets go of the button. You see the little the red light come on for you guys, and it says, like you see, it says now recording. Talk to me. How do you guys kind of get into the feel? What rhythm do you strike up? What's the plan here? And then I'll have you roll some dice.
Jacob would kind of lead with a simple opening, nothing too fast. Something to kind of set a decent tempo to kind of merge their two different genres
Yeah.
as
Before we
close
go
as
all
possible.
in.
I'd like from both of you, give me Jacob. Give me both of you. I think it's a good role for this. Give me Dex and Performance. I'm not going to tell you difficulty. I just want to know what you get.
I'm going to willpower. Ooh, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Good.
And you, Robin?
4 successes!
4 successes.
And 2, oh my god, 2 10!
You guys play, and
Critical
you have no song, right? But you're playing together, trying to like jam out a bit, and It's maybe 15 minutes of this. You guys kind of rocking out together before you guys stop. Maybe take a breather. And the now recording light turns off, and you hear, you two happy with that? You want to go again?
Looks over towards Robin with a look of, yeah, I played poorly. But do you want to try again, or are you happy?
Mhm.
He again in the room. He looks at you, Calypso. Do you want to hear them again? I got to give him another try just in case. And he presses the button again. Yeah, you two good?
I'm good to go again. She's a little disappointed because she feels like she absolutely killed it, but whatever, who cares?
Yeah, we'll try again.
All right, hold on. And he looks at you, Calypso.
That one's good. I had no idea what the fuck the other one was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we just kill him and keep that one?
You know, that's not a half bad idea, but I think they're meant to be like a little package deal. And he points at Jacob. I think I've seen him before. And I think he's got a friend that they live together. I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's not exactly our territory, but like at the edge of it. Let's give him a shot. See what's what. Because I don't want to have to go looking for their friend too. Do you understand how irritating that would be? Let's see what they got.
Dalton, why the fuck would I give a shit about how irritating something is to you? Do your
Hey,
fucking job.
all right. And the two of you in there see the little red light come back on, and you're good to start again. Give me the same dice pool.
Oh my god, I just realized I never applied my specialty to my rolls. Oh my god.
I got 5 successes.
Very good.
I am going to re-roll that. Ooh, nice.
What'd you
I
get?
got 5 successes with 2 10s.
Ooh, is it messy?
No, it is just a critical.
Just a crit. Okay.
For a 7.
The light goes off again, and he comes through the mic. Well, that was an improvement if I've ever heard it. We're good here? You guys want to keep that one before I send it up to her?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. We're coming around. So he presses a few buttons on the thing. He pulls out a little it's clearly like a burned CD, and then he pulls out what looks like a flash drive. He, like flips them between his knuckles. He's like, "This goes to her. You want to party with these two for a bit?" I think they earned it.
I don't know. I guess I'll keep an eye on them, make sure they don't do anything fucky. By the way, why am I doing that? We have people for that. Whatever. I'm too sober for this.
Go get fucked up. I'm sure they could use it too. I don't know what's going to happen to them. Swan will decide. And he gets up. He gives you like a light tap on the shoulder, like, fist punch to the shoulder, and then like skedaddles out like Zoidberg crab walks out. And there's for the two of you, the door like cracks open a little bit. He looks in. I gotta run before I die, so have fun. And he whoop, 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 and leaves. That's the noise he makes when he leaves too.
Oh my god.
Episode dies of cringe.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that I did the exact same thing back in like high school, so.
He's not a very mature kindred, but effective. You two can come around, maybe meet Calypso in the hallway. I'm gonna give you guys the scene.
Robin comes
Yeah.
out and immediately asks, "Is he always like that?"
Actually, I think this is him on his best behavior.
Ugh.
That's best behavior? Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Look, this is Vegas. You gotta learn to take things not too seriously. Like, he knows it. Whenever I say I'm going to kill him, he's just like, aha, Calypso's only 50% joking rather than 75% joking. Anyway, that second attempt was not as dog shit as the first one, so congrats for that, I guess.
Thanks, I suppose.
Yeah.
We
You're
have
welcome, I
smoking here?
suppose. I mean, I am.
Say that part again. I missed it.
Maybe smoking here?
If Calypso is, you are. She's like you said. She's one of the big dogs here.
I think fuck. She immediately like gets wine and lights it up. She just like exhales really heavily because she was fully expecting them to die right here and now.
What is that? Is that just like a regular cigarette?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Seems like a waste.
What does that even mean?
Here, try one of these. And she offers you some of her own red tinted ones.
Absolutely not.
Wow, your loss. Fucking losers.
Calypso, you get a text or like an alert on your phone, and it's Fiora telling you, "I've got some warm bodies. I'm outside. Can I bring him in?"
She'll respond, no, let's go somewhere more cool. I'm not going to fucking have a party in a recording studio. That's lame.
Do you invite these two to party with you?
I guess if you two aren't busy doing whatever it is you do, you can come along too. Or you can just not. I don't mind.
So we're free
Right.
to leave and we won't die.
Don't leave the city yet, or like the strip. I mean, if you do leave the strip, then you might die anyway, but you should be fine.
Robin kind of looks to Jacob to see if he's gonna bite me. She's only gonna go if he is.
Yeah, further away we get from these kindred, the better, even if it's just for a moment. I'll be outside if you need me.
That seems like a no, Calypso, to the partying.
Yikes. No wonder I didn't like these guys when I first saw them. Alright, I'm outie.
Very good. You guys watch as Calypso leave. The sway to her hips. She's all types of absolutely gorgeous, and because Jacob, you're going outside. Robin, I assume you are too. You sort of
Yeah.
go together, but Calypso steps in front of you, and as she comes out, there's another kindred sitting in the front of this. It's like an old school Cadillac Coupe de Ville with the top down, but it's like a 70s pimp mobile where it's white with like the pink shag inside, and there's like a group of just obviously like unnecessarily attractive individuals in the back who are all like drinking, and some you can see like the glass tube for meth as they light it up. It's crazy. The music is blaring out of the car. He sees clubs. Oh, bitches, get in.
Oh, for these two
Robin,
squares.
Well, not you two bitches or squares or whatever the fuck you are, but you bitch, come on. We got party.
I love making you do accents with my weird characters. Yeah, I get in.
Robin kind of has her jaw like slightly agape as she's like, "What the fuck, man?
You could have. We didn't go with them.
Fuck yeah!"
He turns and sees the two of you, like the fact that you're just standing there. He goes, "You bitches are squares." As he takes a hit of meth, laughs, and then flips you off and drives away, giggling his head off.
She flips them off in return.
You see him literally blow through a red light, make a hard right, nearly hit another car as he just barrels down the other street. You still hear the mad laughter as they go.
Fucking frat bros. She hate gags.
It's Vegas. It be like that. Jacob, you're not the first time you've seen something like that. And or maybe Fior.
Yeah, it's very much I don't have the energy for this shit.
Just got threatened and we have to watch this happen.
The least of my concerns is being called a square.
That's true. That is the least of your problems. It's the two of you. You know that you've recorded something. I mean, Calypso said it was better than the second time, but currently you've been told not to leave the strip by her. Well, for all of her kind of loose-lipped, just disconcern for you, Jacob, you would know, not maybe as acutely as others might, but you, now that you've seen both Calypso and Swan, understand that this is the group that's called, or many refer to as, management. They run the show in the city. Not the whole thing, but their word is usually considered law. And she told you explicitly, don't leave the strip. So you are bound here, at least until judgment is passed on the two of you. Where, if anywhere, would the two of you like to go?
No. On the strip, there's a bar not too far away. It's fairly popular, but anywhere's better than here, as he gestures behind him.
You know what? Yeah. Anywhere, the smaller the better with these places. Will give me the fucking heebie-jeebies.
Let's go, it's not too far. Jacob would kind of guide Robin towards a random pub in this area, what he's been to.
I like it. I think as we're missing Logan and we have an idea of how Jacob and Robin met, we know what kind of happens from this point forward, right? That was the beginning of the Chronicle, where the three of you in Robin's van are escaping Vegas. Maybe the show went bad, maybe one of you flipped out on stage, who knows? But either way, this is how Dalton ended up chasing you all. Clearly, you guys did something from this point forward. And I think, as you two maybe were looking at each other before the fight began between the two of you, the inevitable showdown after Robin staked Logan, that you remember this. And that is where we will pick up next session.
Well, that's a wrap. If you want to catch us live, head over to links.chaoticallybalanced.com, linked in the description below, and follow our socials to stay up to date on our schedule and everything else we have going on. You can catch us live most Tuesday nights at 7:30 Eastern with the links in the description below. You can further support our adventure by visiting our Substack at chaoticallybalanced.com/support, and you can get access to exclusive content. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.